Hello and welcome to Sports Update on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashemi. It is the Champions League night. We'll be looking at the Champions League fixture for tonight and the Conference League game that has just been concluded. The two games in the Conference League and also the Nigerian Premier Football League. Two matches ongoing. Midweek fixture. Those games still remain goalless. One at the Samuel Ogbumda Stadium in Benin City, and the other game is in Aba. That is the Enyiba International Stadium in Aba, Abia State. So we'll be looking at those fixtures, and you will have the opportunity to call in on the show. The question tonight in the UEFA Champions League is which of the fixture are you looking forward to? Which game it's your which game is your own tonight? Which game do you look forward to? Which game do you really pick interest in those fixtures? And before you start calling in on the show, I have Ephraim Okpanachi who is joining me on the show this evening to look at the fixture. Okay, when he's ready, we'll come up and join us on the show. But before Badachi comes up on the show, let's look at the fixtures for tonight in the UEFA Champions League. We have a total of 9 games tonight. We have Girona against Feyenoord. We'll be looking at the lineup of that particular game. We have Shakhtar Donetsk, a Ukrainian team, against Atlanta, and then we have Aston Villa at the Villa Park against Bayern Munich. We have Benfica of Portugal taking on will be at home to battle Atletico Madrid, and then we have Dynamo Zagreb against Monaco, and then we have L'Oxley of France will be at home to play Real Madrid, the winners of this particular competition more than any other team. And then we have Liverpool at Anfield welcoming Bologna of Italy, that is the Italian Serie A team. RB Leipzig will also be at home to play Juventus, and then we have Club Brugge of Belgium going away to Sturm Graz of Austria. So these are the games tonight, and like I said, you have the opportunity to call in on the show. Which of the game is your own interest? Girona, Feyenoord, Shakhtar Donetsk, Atlanta, Aston Villa, Bayern Munich, Benfica, Atletico Madrid, Dynamo Zagreb, Monaco, Real Madrid, Liverpool against Bologna, Leipzig, Juventus, Sturm Graz against Club Brugge. So which game is your pick among these 9 games that are coming up tonight? And then, like I said, we will look at the fixture, at the lineup for Girona. Quickly, let's just look at the fixture, the lineup for Girona. We have for Girona, we have in goal Paulo Gazzaniga, who will be in goal for Girona. Is a 4-3-2-1 formation for Bologna. We have Ano Martinez, we have David Lopez, we have Linslav Kejic, we have Gutierrez, and then at the middle of the pack we have Donny van der Beek, we have Yanger Herrera, we have Ivan Martin, and we have Victor Tiskanov, and then we have Brian Gill, and then the number 9. Okay, that is the formation for that is for Girona, and then we have for Feyenoord in goal we have Timon Wensloter. We have in the back we have they are adopting 4-3-3 formation. We have Hugo Bueno at the left side. We have David Hanko, Thomas Berlin, and Jay Lutumba. And then at the middle of the pack, we have Anthony Milambo, we have Huang Imbeomil, we have Quinten Timber, and we have Igor Piaxo, Ayaz Uda, and Ibrahim Osman. 4-3 formation, while the other adopted a 4-3-2-1 formation. So for the game between Feyenoord and Girona, match their first game of the league fixture. You know, the Champions League is being played in a league format, not as usual as what we used to see, but definitely after the first round of games they will go back to the usual format of Champions League. Okay, before we go ahead with Champions League, there's a goal at the Enyimba Stadium. That is Enyimba of Bind International, with 1 goal leading that game right now, and it's a good news for the Aba fans, the People's Elephant fans. All right, let's looking at the Champions League. We've seen the fixture. Let's have the fixture back on the screen, and then the number. Which game are you looking forward to? Like I said, Enyimba is leading Aqua United 1-0 in that game as we speak right now. 78 minutes of action, I beg your pardon, in that game, while the game in Benin is 74 minutes of action. Girona, Feyenoord, Shakhtar Donetsk. We've seen the lineup for that first game. Shakhtar Donetsk against Atlanta. We have Aston Villa against Bayern Munich, Benfica, Atletico Madrid, Dynamo Zagreb against Monaco, Lille against Real Madrid, Liverpool, Bologna, Leipzig, Juventus, and Sturm Graz against Club Brugge. Those are the fixtures for the UEFA Champions League. I don't know if Ephraim is ready to join up on the show. Okay, quickly, let's look at the Conference League game. Like I said, that game is done and dusted for the Conference League. Let's just look at the fixture, but the result, that game, they've rounded up those games. Istanbul Başakşehir of Turkey lost at home to Rapid Vienna of Austria, while Victoria Gumaresh beat NK Cluj 3-1 in those particular games. So Rapid Vienna beating Istanbul at home, and while Victoria Gumaresh winning their own game at their home turf in Portugal. So those games are done and dusted for those games. They started earlier, but the Champions League fixture is what we are looking at. The number will come up on the screen, and let's hear you. Which game are you? Which game is your pick in the UEFA Champions League? Why we look one of the interesting game tonight also is that of Aston Villa against Bayern Munich. Aston Villa, the last time they actually lifted this trophy, it was against the German machine. The last time they actually graced this competition. The number is on the screen. Which game? For Aston Villa, their last 5 games, they've had 4 wins and 1 draw in their last 5 games, and that draw coming against Ipswich Town at the weekend, where they played a 2-2 draw in the EPL. And also for Bayern Munich, also in their last 5 games, 4 wins and 1 draw, and the last draw also was at the weekend against Bayer Leverkusen, who are the defending champions of the German Bundesliga. So that game will be coming up tonight at the Villa Park against Bayern Munich. Their form in their last 5 games, both teams have actually had 4 wins and 1 draw in their last 5 games. So that is one game to look at for Unai Emery against Vincent Kompany. Fantastic young Vincent Kompany, and then against an experienced Unai Emery, who has been on this stage severally with big teams like Villarreal, Arsenal, and co. He has actually played in this game, and in this game for Vincent Kompany, he has played the round leader game, retired. We know he went to Belgium, came back to England with Burnley, and now he is with Bayern Munich. So he's going to go down to the tactical approach of both coaches, the young coach, and then let me say experienced Unai Emery. Who wins that game tonight? Aston Villa against Bayern Munich at Villa Park, and also Real Madrid will be away to Lille of France. Real Madrid have won the Champions League more than anything, but this time around is a different format entirely from the top 8 teams who qualify make it to the next round, while the others will drop. So that is what it is. And then we also have Benfica against Atletico Madrid. Diego Simeone, a man who has always chased this particular competition, twice finalist and twice he has lost to his to their neighbors, that is Real Madrid. 2014, if you don't forget that in a hurry, where they lifted that trophy. So for Diego Simeone, he want to do better against Benfica, who are at home, and they have a Champions League winner, that is Benfica, in person of Angel Di Maria. His word of experience is what they are counting on tonight for SL Benfica of Portugal, right there at their stadium. And then we have other Dynamo Zagreb of Daniel Wills Gabriel will play. Okay, hello, your name and where you're calling from. Okay, we lost that call. Definitely. Okay, Ephraim, welcome to Sport Update on Trust TV. Okay, hello, your name and where you're calling from.
Janet from Ikorodu.
Okay, Jerry from Ikorodu. Which game are you looking forward to tonight? 9 games.
I'm looking forward to Bayern Munich and Aston Villa.
Okay, Bayern Munich game against Aston Villa. Who wins that game quickly?
I suppose Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich is Aston Villa.
Okay, Bayern Munich is going to win. All right, Ephraim, you've seen the fixture. For you, which game are you looking forward to quickly?
That match between Aston Villa and Bayern definitely is a standout for these fixtures we have for today.
Okay, a lot of person is looking at Bayern against Aston Villa. What of the game? There's a dicey game in there. If we look at this game, Liverpool-Bologna, that's one dicey game. Looking at Liverpool, because they have a new manager at the helm of affairs. Also for Bologna, both of them are new. But for Slot, do you think he can get the better of Bologna, who pushed all the way through to see they qualify for the Champions League last season?
Yeah, that looks like a game that Slot will have to wrap up quickly. It's one of those games he will definitely want to win. I didn't tip that game because Aston Villa look like the team in form at the moment. They are back in Europe and they are back with a swag. They want to tell everyone that, look, they belong among the big boys. But Bologna will try to, pull a string or two. But I believe that already Liverpool has the pedigree. They still have the same boys. They have the experience. They've won it. They've been to finals. So they should be able to get one over the line against Bologna.
Bayern Munich, the last time Aston Villa actually had their glory in this particular competition was against this same team they are playing tonight. Do you think history will repeat itself?
Well, that history was made before most of the people on the pitch were born, so I don't think that will count for anything today. But I believe Aston Villa will take attacking football, to the visitors. I believe. Let me not say believer. I am of the opinion that Aston Villa might just get one over Bayern this time around again.
Okay, now let's look at Shakhtar Donetsk quickly. Before you react to it, let's look at the lineup for that game. For Atlanta, they adopt a 3-4-3 formation, and we know our man is in there, Demola Lukman. Okay, let's start from the defense. We have Sead Kolasinac, we have Brat Dimitri, we have Odilon Kusono, and then at the middle of the park, we have Zappacosta, Ederson, De Bruyne, and Bellanova, and then Ademola operating from the left wing side, and then we have Charles De Calatre and Lazar Samadic, who will be operating from the right wing side. And for that's for Shakhtar, they have Dimitro at goal, we have Valeri Bonda, we have Ale Graham, we have Mikola Makinok. It's a 3-4-1-2 formation they are adopting, and it looks like Atlanta is going all out for attack. After what they did at home against Arsenal, they actually did well against Arsenal, but no goals. But this time around, they still adopt the same formation. They want to fire from all cylinders.
Yes, Atalanta are still playing with the very spine of the team. From the goalkeeper into the middle of the park with Zappacosta, coming to the front with Lukman. They look like a compact side. And that is how they've played for the past 1-2 seasons. I don't see why they would play differently this time around. Talk about their opponents, Shakhtar. Shakhtar will have their hands full when they want to come against an Atlanta side that is high in confidence. I don't see Shakhtar stopping or posing a problem for Atlanta.
Okay, that game between Girona and Feyenoord is already up and running. 2 minutes into that game, and Shakhtar against Atlanta is 3 minutes as we speak. That game also is up and running, while the other games comes up later. Now let's look at the team that has won the most Champions League title. That is for Real Madrid. They will be away to Luxley, and a lot of persons they will be missing this, though Kylian Mbappe will not be on the side tonight. But a lot of persons are saying is a different ball game. Real Madrid normally start the Champions League slow. They start every season slow, and mostly in the Champions League. And before you say Jack, they're already through to the semi-final and final. Before you open with a blink, they've lifted the trophy. But some persons are saying it's a different ball game entirely. They might not have it rosy this time around.
You just nailed it. They normally start the season slow, but this season they are even starting with fireworks. They've won most of the games they've played this season. So yeah, Mbappe not being present might affect their rhythm, but you can see the young boys that have come into the team, they have lived up to expectation. I don't see a reason why they should struggle against their opponents in France tonight.
Okay, you don't see why they will struggle against their opponent tonight. And then let's pick this other game, RB Leipzig against Juventus. That is another dicey game. Juve will be away in Germany.
Yeah, Juventus, the old lady, they've always given a good account of themselves over the years. They are one of the most successful teams in Italy. In Europe, they've not been able to get as much success as they have had locally. But, when you play against a side that is also, buoyed by their achievements over the past 1-2 seasons, it looks like a game where it will pan out a draw because Leipzig will not be afraid of Juventus.
Okay, now let's look at their last 5 games for both teams. Leipzig in their last 5 games, they had 2 wins, 2 draws and 1 loss. And for Juventus, it has been 3 draws and 2 wins in their last 5 games. Now, if we look at what they've played so far, Leipzig having 1 loss in their last 5 games, and for Juventus not losing at all, having 3 draws and 2 wins. Do you think it's the head-to-head for both teams now in their last 5 games is going to play a part tonight in this game?
Certainly not. Juve, like the other team you mentioned earlier, they are slow starters. They start the league normally slow. They get into their rhythm as the season progresses. And they play those first 3 matches without winning. Then they've started winning games now. And you can only believe or expect them to get better as they're traditionally known for. So I expect to see a decent display from the Juve side tonight.
Okay, we expect to see a decent game right there for the Champions League game tonight at the Bender. That is at the Samuel Ogumija Stadium in Benin City. It's still goalless, while the game between Enyimba and Akwa United is still 1-0 in favor of Enyimba International. That game is on the 89th minute, while 85 minutes have been played in Benin City. Quickly, I think Enyimba is getting, let's just look quickly, talked about the MPFL. Enyimba is winning 1-0, 89 minutes of action at the Aba International Stadium.
Well, they are the most successful side here in Nigeria. They've done their trough in 2003, 2004. They won on the continent. And you expect a team that is experienced as Enyimba to be able to navigate the league. They've had it quite difficult over the past few seasons. That kind of one coming into the setup has been able to rejig the team, and you see them competing again on the continent the same way they are trying to do on the home front. So it is no surprise that they are getting the results they are getting at the moment.
Okay, while at the Samuel Ogumija Stadium in Benin City, 3SC of Ibadan is still goalless against Bendel Insurance, the Benin Arsenal. This is what we talked about in the morning, that the Nigerian Premier Football League has actually is getting better.
Absolutely. Because the spotlight is now shining on the league. People are beginning to talk about the league. People are going to the matches. They are watching the game. So referees are being more cautious. Even the home sides know that fines are with them. And people are saying, look, the sports cannot develop in the country if you always want to win when you play at home. So that is counting for positives for the Nigerian football scene, because good things are now happening. And we can only hope more of such continues to happen as people begin to be more liberal and accept results for what they are, not trying to influence results.
Okay, not trying to influence results. All right, I fear this is where we'll be leaving it on the program this evening. Atlanta game is up, the Rona game is up. Those games, let's look forward, and our own interest will be Ademola Lookman performing well tonight. He's in the lineup, and let's see what will end those games in the UEFA Champions League. Thanks, Ephraim Opanachi, for joining up on the show this evening.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, that is it on the program. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. Say thanks for watching.